And welcome back. Still Breakfast Central on News Central, the third day of January 2020. Don't forget you can catch us right here on social media using the hashtag NC Breakfast Central. We're on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, also on LinkedIn. You can watch us live on YouTube, searching with the handle at News Central TV. I'll also logging on to our website, which is www.newscentral.africa. Now, being an entrepreneur, because that's what we're going into next, the business as usual, we'll look at these startups. And money doesn't really seem to come by so immediately when you start your business, does it? And you face lots of risks, such as, running at a loss and not taking the regular salary a few months and all of that. Now, often, startupreneurs are in a bit not inexperienced, perhaps a bit short, as there are surprises everywhere. You turn and face some tough decisions, but some do persevere. Well, joining me to discuss all of that this morning is Orry Moses, who's the CEO of Orry Moses Chapeau, which is a millinery company which goes into handbags, throw pillows and fascinators, and so many others. Welcome, Orry. Morning. Welcome to Breakfast Central.
Nice.
All right.
Thank you,
all about Orry Moses Chapeau. Tell us all about it first.
Orry Moses Chapeau is a business that's into handcrafts, like making of head cover, designing accessories and all. So in the course of Orry Moses takes you through designing of head cover, designing of bags, designing of pillows and all. So that's what Orry Moses is all about. So it's just knowing how to use your hands to make things that bring, confidence in a woman. Basically, it's more of like a female business.
Okay.
Because handcrafts, more of this is for females.
Okay, in terms of the products.
Yes, part of the problem that then the throw pillows are just general. So, basically
male or female.
Male or female.
You get to use it. Tell us about your business. How did it all start for you?
Orry Moses. Well, okay. How did it start? Okay. It was a side business at the time.
Okay.
Sometimes I was working, I was doing that. And I didn't have, it's not like I grew up knowing I had a passion for this. It's something I stumbled into. So imagine someone that likes, I'm always trying to find something to do to bring in cash. Okay. So even as a student in school, I had something I'm always doing to bring in cash. So let me say, I started for makeup, then I came to this. So I had my own full-time job as a financial, I was working in a financial company, so in the course of that, I just thought, I should do something that adds up to my salary. So why thinking of what can I do at that time in 2012, like 11 and around that time, I just thought of, okay, let me go to makeup, let me do makeup, I think I can do makeup. I sell makeup products at that time. Before coming to the work environment, so I just went into makeup. Then I just saw that makeup was just saturated, like everybody were just into makeup, and it was hard to get profit. So you just keep working. Then one day I was just in the church. I just looked at someone and I saw, hats. I'm like, hats. Nobody talks about hats. Like I don't see young people say I want to go and learn hats. So it just came to my mind like, oh, this is something I can get into and I'll make money. So it wasn't like I even knew, but I was scared. I was wondering, okay, was I really sure I had that creativity to do that, But I said, okay, like this is a field that nobody talks about. I'm ready to just, venture into it. So I just. So prior to
that, did you have any handcraft, experience?
Experience, yes. Somehow I came from a background that my mother was always into handcraft. She did this local, what they call adire. She was into that. She was into sewing. But those pieces, those things that you were doing and they were forcing you to do when you were young, and you just felt, oh, my mother is just always disturbing me about design. So basically I'm always helping her, but I wasn't into it. She even thought she was tired of me because most of the time she's always saying, come for this, let's learn this together. I was never interested. I just always do it for doing sake, just helping her, but never knew that it will come back to this. I'll bring all of that experiences into my hat making. So that's how I started with.
So you've been around for since 2012, the company?
The company inside also we started 2013.
Okay.
2013, and 2013, I started aside also, trying to do it with work. Then at a point, I took time out to train because.
So you took time to learn.
I took time out to train.
Okay.
I had to drop. I had to resign at my office. Then, it was even hard to tell them what you were going for because normally she said you are going to do your masters, but I knew that I needed to, for me to know this thing well, I needed to put all my heart into it. So I couldn't do it like a part-time training. It wasn't going to work.
So you quit your job.
I quit my job.
And you went into studying in millinery.
Yes. For a year.
At a school.
At a school, like a school that has to do that. They train on millinery. She's even popular now on Instagram.
Wow.
She's the person that trained me. She's my coach. I still chatted with her like before Christmas. She just told me, and she's like, let's have some time together. But it was a lot. I had to sacrifice 1 year to do that.
1 year, learning this.
I did the basic and I did the advanced.
And well, look at you now. You're doing not just hats but also pillows.
Fascinator bags and toes pillows
and bags.
Yes.
All right. So how has the business been since investing money and time
yes.
into learning it, then starting out, and growing it?
Growing it, yeah. It's not been easy. Like when I started out, it wasn't easy. When I finished that training and I started doing it, I had to go back to work again. I went back to paid employment, full-time employment, because it was a blow. Because I had spent all my money on training, so now getting it back, it was slow. Because this kind of business, at a point you feel like, oh, why am I getting? Now maybe how much I make, maybe 200 naira from somebody that is making so much money before. It was so hard, so I had to go back to paid employment for another year to figure out myself. And I came back fully.
Wow.
So the coming back fully was like, okay, I was ready to face it. That okay, I have to put, just finding a better way to put your business out there and making money. So for me, the journey was not easy. Then also we had the problem of competing. A lot of time people see this kind of design and they compare your design to the local design. So in Lagos, let me use Lagos as my point of reference. In Lagos, you have places you can go to get something similar to this. So you could go to the local market to get it. So a lot of people come to you and asking, and they are wondering why you are giving them a particular price for your product. And they are comparing your product and the price to what they see at the local market. So that's just the challenge. So we had to now make them see what makes ours different from that in the market. And why ours cannot be like the local market. The local market does not have, the finishing is not good enough. The design is just always generic. Mine is a bespoke design. It's basically, something that it's not generic. It's not mass production. It's on demand. It's a design that, we create it out of inspiration. So it's not just something you see in the market anyhow. So those are the things we had to go, and that was why I had to go back at a point. I couldn't understand people wanting to buy your product the same price they see at local market when your finishing and everything the whole packaging is totally different. And so with time, people started seeing, they actually saw it with time, but they just wanted to have that same price, but it was not possible to have the same price. So that was just it.
So handbags, and throw pillows, and also hats, which looks like more of the signature one for Orry Moses. So you say is the hats, right? More of the signature.
Yeah, the hat is more of the signature. Then the bags came in, but the bags are not just regular bags. They are called tote bags.
Tote bags. Why so?
Because I just thought tote bags are something that you can it's in between. You can wear for something formal and can wear for something casual.
And it's also the designs are also individually inspired. I can see that this one's got a bit of a inner strap in there, so I think this goes to the neck region.
Not the neck region, the head.
The head. Oh, for the fitting. Blimey. Oh my gosh. And this really go with. This is like the Sunday or Saturday wears.
Sunday, Saturday, anyone.
Going out for
weddings,
churches,
dinner, something.
A fancy. Well, is it the case that it always has to match with the dresses?
It doesn't have to. It doesn't have to.
It might be both of a snack for the ladies. This is another interesting one here. Ooh, okay. I'm sure that's all part of.
It's just another head piece.
Okay. Orangey, not bad. Ooh, and this fits well. So basically, yes, lots of women will be more attracted to Orry brand, Orry Moses Brown. Quite interesting. So for the handbags, do they have to match too?
Well, you don't have to match. The handbags, when you are dressing, like now, the way I'm dressed, I might just pick up something plain, a plain color of bag and shoes to match. So it doesn't really have to match like that. You can just mix the color in a way that it just complements what you are wearing. But it's not those days, it's not like the way we always dress before, where you have to wear a red on red or something. No.
Well, looking at the market, which would you say is more, because for Orry Moses, you're doing the hats, which are signature, the bags are signature. Many will say, oh, it's in market these days. A lot of people who are doing bags, or maybe not so hats. So how do you then balance your, especially because since it's all inspired by you, you're the one creating it. It's basically handcraft as a millionaire. So how do you then balance your time with the orders and the demand?
Yes, I have people that work with me. So I have workers also that are under me. So all I have to do is create design. So when we have that large demand, so there are other things like the it's like we're actually manufacturing everything from the beginning.
Scratch.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I can tell them, okay, you start. You do the creating of the style while I do the finishing. So that makes it faster. Unlike before, when I started, I have to be the one doing everything from the beginning, designing. So now when we have that mass, demand, we have people that will just bring in and they help.
Okay. Oh, this is full cinnamon and a bit of beads there. Cinnamon too for the finishing.
Yeah.
That also comes into it. Is that used for all the products, or they are different?
They are different materials. Like you can see this now. This is called a crinoline.
Okay.
So it's mixed with a matte cinnamon under. So there are different fabric for design. It depends on what you want to create.
So how do you guys source the materials of fabric?
Yeah, there are places to get them in Nigeria, locally. So and sometimes, it depends on how far you've grown. Well, after a while, when you've grown that far, you have to order maybe from China or from UK. Depends on what it is you want. Sometimes you need what they call, like now for the hat and the back. Sometimes you need what you call mold. Mold is like what should I use? It's like a kind of material that is created to form, that has a shape. So if I want to get this shape, I already have what they call a mold for it.
Oh, okay.
So sometimes you don't have that mold here in Nigeria. Sometimes we have people that create it, but the quality is not too good sometimes. So sometimes if you want something durable that can last you for years, like maybe 10 years or so, you might need to bring them in.
The molds.
So, but if you are just starting up, you might just work with the local people, so you don't spend so much.
And being that it's a creative kind of work, but also that goes into the product, we see now that social media seems to be the way to push your market out. Are you into all that?
When you said that, I just had to smile, because that took me a while, because the kind of work we do, it's time, it takes your time, it takes a lot for me. So trying to do social media and trying to do that was a bit difficult for me at the time.
So you had to let other people handle it, or get people who are...
At first I was handling it, but later now, but just recently I just had to start finding how to outsource it to people.
So
but somehow I'm still trying to manage, because somehow I feel like I know what I want to put out there. So still trying to get people that can, because in this space, you need to have people that understand the industry, so that whatever it is they are saying it right out to the social media, to the social world, social media world.
Which is more used for you? Instagram? Is it?
Instagram.
Yeah, because
Instagram and Facebook.
So you get, which means you're gonna have to go into lots of product photography.
Exactly.
To get the angles and the lighting, so that the real product comes out, because that's where people are making their orders, so they can get what they see. On Instagram is what they get.
Exactly.
So what would you say is the challenge with that?
Well, the challenge with that is, let me see. It's more of, when you say the challenge with that, is it challenge with the...
Yeah, because that's where basically, that's your first contact for a customer if it then goes out, because if it's now uploaded on social media, which means, oh, someone sees it, someone wants to get it, so customer, retailer relations, then begins from then on.
So are you trying to ask what kind of challenge we have in terms of managing that space? Well, the challenge is not so much once you have someone assigned to check, to always be maybe online, to always receive the requests or inquiries about our design, about the designs, and also at first it was a bit challenging when I had to be the one, always handling it, always putting it out, always handling. But now we have people that can easily, pick up, attend to people quickly before it gets to me, and you kind of sieve your right customers, and I think it's not too bad.
Sounds like a lot though.
Then I remember there was this time we had I think there was this design we did, and Bella Niger took it and it went viral. Like, that's when I really appreciated Instagram. Like, I had phone calls from different. That was the time the product went out of Nigeria, where you started having orders from Australia, from US, all of that.
For Orry Moses, what's the future?
The future. Well, the future is to basically, Orry Moses is meant to become a brand that is more into training millennials, trying to upskill them up on designs with time. Then also using the platform, creating an online platform where we'll be selling their products. So apart from Orry Moses products, we'll be also bringing in our trainees, their products. That's a way to also lift them up before they have, they are able to, they have the confidence to stand on their own. Because I feel that's what I didn't have when I started.
All right. Thank you so much for coming to the show, Orry Moses, CEO of Orry Moses Chapeau. Millionaires indeed. Hats, bags, throw pillows, they got it covered for you. Well, if you enjoyed watching this video, click here to get more of it. And don't forget to click here to subscribe.